It's a special time of the year, and well, you got things going over the weekend. You had a lot of things happening, and last night the crowning of the Fair Queen, the Harvest Home Service, and now you're rolling.
And we had a crowd of people yesterday, just all over the place.
Did you really?
Animals moving in, and even the livestock moving in.
Some of those animals had tails and some did not. Yeah, I mean, it's a really busy thing. The fairgrounds, there are so many different things happening at any given time.
That's it. We have such a variety of things for all ages, so there's something going on everywhere across the grounds.
Yeah, and it's a pretty exciting time. And let's start up in the barns because, some people get onto those fairgrounds. They never even realize there are animals there because they're down on the midway. They're having a good time down there. They're on the grandstand. And meanwhile, up at the other end of the fairgrounds, there's a lot of work going on. Those kids are really working hard with their animals.
They are. And it was interesting. I noticed in the horse barn the day before yesterday, they were just moving some horses in, and there was a lady down there talking to one of the girls, and she got all kinds of information about horses that she never knew. She was so happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's definitely an educational program for visitor as well as those attending.
Yeah. When you figure the swine, the lambs, even the goats, and all of the other animals there, the cattle, it's really a whole different aspect of the fair for folks that haven't really experienced that before.
It is. It's so different today. People, well, where's your milk come from? The refrigerator, the grocery store.
Yeah.
And now they're learning there has to be another process ahead of that.
Yeah.
And that's the things they're learning.
Yeah. And for the most part, it's going to come from a cow. And,
absolutely.
And,
we have a really nice vegetable display up there. We have 3 huge pumpkins. We have one that's 521 pound, another that's 345, and another that's 314.
Wow.
It took some maneuvering to get those in.
Yeah. You weren't just, it wasn't a couple of guys picking that baby up.
And a lot of different varieties. And up in the 4-H building there's just all the children of youth up there have put all kinds of displays together for judging. And then in the home X section, photography's running over the wall. It's just so much. And then up in the antique, up on top of the hill, we have a new item up there, a horse treadmill up there.
You've got a horse treadmill up there?
Yeah, the horse isn't there, but there's a treadmill there.
Uh-huh.
And it's something new that hasn't been in that building before. So that's up in the pavilion on top of the hill. And so there's something for all ages. Our kiddie barn is just overflowing.
People can take a stroll up on there. So the fair, of course, this is when it really gets rolling here today with all kinds of activities. Carnival rides, are they starting today?
It moved in. They're setting up now. Mm-hmm. They don't start till a little later today, 4 o'clock. The rest of the week they'll start a little bit earlier. But when you set up rides, you have to have them inspected for the safety of people. So it takes a little longer the first day.
Yeah, and that's fine. And
that's what we want.
That. Sure, you want a safe ride, and you want to make sure that everybody is comfortable with what's going on around them. You have to set up walkways for everybody, and you've been doing it so long that that's not a hard process, but it's a long process. You have to make sure everything is wired up and ready to roll.
This is our 160th, so maybe we ought to try to get something right by now.
There you go. A big part of the fair every year, of course, is the show schedule. Because those little shows, we think of them as little. They're not little at all. There's a lot goes into them, and they're very entertaining.
They are. They really are. And then we have some new, the animal shows, the judging events, all through the week that are going on up through Thursday, and then of course our livestock sale on Friday, and then we have our free stage with local people. You speak about shows that are going on down in the near the kiddie barn. We have Jurassic Kingdom in there, and Rock and Roll Petting Zoo, and a new event we have up on the partial way up the hill is Circus Incredible, and that's one of the Walendas. Doing a high wire. Now, they will not be in today. They're coming out of New York from a fair, and with all the regulations and moving around, They won't be able to set up today, but they'll be going tomorrow.
Yeah.
And our regular petting zoo is up there as well. It'll be ready today.
Yeah, my goodness, that's big doings there. Of course, the highlight of the fair for a lot of folks is just that trip onto the grandstand every night. You've got something going there every night, don't you?
You know, everybody says, "Where's the food?" Where's the food?
Yeah, well, that's pretty easy to find. Just follow your nose and you'll find the food. It's right there on the midway.
Yeah, you just got to make up your decision which one you're going to stop.
That's the problem. That's the problem. There's so much variety there.
Yeah. And that's what we try to do, is make sure there is a variety. Mm-hmm. And then today being Commissioner's Day, where seniors and veterans, we honor our veterans and citizens, a very important part of our community. And we have strolling accordions there today and tomorrow, Frank and Kathy DeLuca.
Oh,
and they'll be strolling around playing accordion.
Nice. And in the grandstand tonight, you're going to be pulling.
I won't be pulling.
You're not going to be pulling.
I'm not be pulling.
Somebody will be pulling.
But it'll be the stock gas and diesel four-wheel drive tonight.
Yeah, 4x4 pickups and the Keystone pullers. That's a pretty competitive circuit, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
They get into it.
They do. They do. It's some real competition.
Yeah.
And people enjoy it. It does fill the stands.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got band night coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah, now, Josh over in the other studio, we got to get him to work the weather tomorrow. We don't want to rain for band night.
Mostly cloudy with a chance of shower. I think you'll be okay.
You make that a itty-bitty chance.
Yeah. I think you'll be okay because we've got a partly cloudy day and a few more clouds. You'll be okay.
And once again, we'll have the IUP band along with the high school bands.
Yeah. The legend is going to be there, the IUP marching band. So band night gets underway at 7 o'clock. You've got ATV drag races happening on Wednesday, and then cheerleading expo night on Thursday, huh?
That's correct, and that we'll start out a little bit early at 6:30. It's not on our schedule there, but with the Kiss a Pig, we'll be there at 6:30.
That's tomorrow.
The winner gets to kiss the pig.
Go.
And then we go with the, if we get started right on time, the IUP cheerleaders will be there, and then they got to hop across the street to the first football game.
Yeah.
But, that's on Thursday.
That's on Thursday, the cheerleading expo. They'll be busy on that night.
Yes,
you got a lot going on. Thursday's going to be a crazy night around the fairgrounds. There's going to be a lot of people there. The cheese auction, of course, that's part of the schedule as well. The milk chugging contest, all of that fun up in the barns. And then Friday, there's the limited pro stock tractors, and there'll be tractor pulling, huh?
Smoke and noise. That's what they like.
There you go. Saturday's always a big day at the fair. There's that track is just hopping with all kinds of activities.
Demolition derby, it brings the crowd out, and then we go back to more noise and smoke.
Yeah. Now the derby gets underway at noon on Saturday.
That's correct.
Demolition derby, and then you've got the stock semi triaxle dump truck, the open gas and the open diesel and 4x4 pull. All of that happening in the grandstand on Saturday night. All of that, Elton, that makes for a busy week.
And I'm not probably mentioning everything that's happening. There's more going on all around.
Well, the big part is you're going to be back tomorrow to talk about it again.
We'll try.
Yeah. So when the fair opens every week or every year, you know that there are a lot of folks that say that, okay, this is my go-to thing. I have to go there and I have to get this to eat. What's that for you? What's the one thing you have to eat at the fair?
I don't have a special.
No.
I don't have a special.
No, you don't?
I don't.
You love them all.
And I try to move around because we have that variety. Mm-hmm. So, but I don't have. I can't say, I'm a special hot sausage or I'm a special pizza or I'm a special stromboli or barbecued.
You'll have a chance.
It's food. When you do your own cooking, it all looks good.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Alton. If you're the cook at home, then you don't have to cook at all this week, do you?
That's right.
That's beautiful. All right, Alton, for folks who have never been to the fair, don't know about parking and admission, give us the lowdown there.
Okay, the admission is a $10 fee, and that gets you into the grounds and into the grandstand. Carnival rides are extra; they handle their own. We have parking in the a lot above the right by the Citizens Ambulance. It's the hospital grounds there that you can park on a lawn there. The old Bilo lot there on Wayne Avenue, and that's available for parking there.
Yeah. So the parking just behind the barns on that grass surface on the fairgrounds,
That is
parking
correct.
there.
Yeah, we have some signage there that takes you between the fairgrounds and the Citizens Ambulance building and moves you right into that grass strip.
Yeah, and just for folks who think that they might be able to just drive on up to the hospital lots, those are off limits. You cannot get onto the hospital grounds for parking for the fair.
That is correct, and even along 6th Street, you can't park along the streets on there.
Yeah.
There's no parking in any of those or any of those fields there. That's not permissible parking.
Yeah, but there's permissible parking behind the barns, and then the old Bilo lot.
Right. We call it the Kowalczyk lot, and we have signs there that say free parking there.
Yeah. You'll be able to.
Parking is free. That's another.
You'll be able to get parked and onto the grounds. Good stuff.
And it's all come off a hospital road for those who aren't familiar. It's just off Wayne Avenue on the hospital road.
Yeah. Very good. Alton, we're going to catch up with you again tomorrow. We'll find out what's going on, how the first day of the fair went, and what's coming up when we visit with you tomorrow at this time, okay?
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks for the trip today.
All right. Bye now.
Enjoy the food. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Good morning to you. Just about 24 minutes after 9 o'clock, and let's do this. Let's get our Money Matters report in this morning, and then we'll move on to the CBS Sports Minute, and then Jake is back with us from the WCCS newsroom. It's Indiana in the Morning.